Hi ladies, welcome to my second episode of Let's Talk All Things Women. If you don't know, my name is Lynn Frank, and today we're talking about reinventing yourself, becoming someone you want to be, or doing something that doesn't necessarily fit with who you are today. It reminded me, thinking about this theme, of this experience I had in university. I rented a cottage to be by myself. And when I started telling my girlfriends that I had rented a cottage, they were excited. Like, we were gonna go out and party and have this cottage to hang out at all weekend. And that really was my style. It totally made sense that that's what they thought was happening. But what I really wanted was time alone. I had just gone through this really hard breakup, and although I didn't know what the weekend was gonna look like or sound like, I knew that I had to do it. I had to be by myself. And so for 3 days, I was alone. And you know that quote, dance like no one is watching? I cried like no one is watching. I let it all go. And I didn't really know the power of what I was doing then, but I recognize it now. As I was letting go, I didn't leave that weekend feeling better and the sadness gone, but I was okay. I did feel lighter, and I knew that there was going to be more out there, that this wasn't the end of the road, even though I was letting go of dreams and visions that I had of this life, right? And that was the first time I experienced the power of me time. I was 22. I realized then that in the letting go, I was creating space energetically, mentally, for things that are meant to be. And when we hold on to this vision of ourselves that often is created through social expectations and gender and culture and the patriarchy, we take up all this space in our bodies. And that's what I was doing. I wasn't freeing myself up to be who I authentically wanted to be. And I don't even know that I fully understood that experience till the universe came knocking again at 40. Now, I have a feeling she came back before then, but I was too busy. I didn't notice the signs. I was ego-driven, and motherhood was kicking my ass. But in my 40s, my kids were older, and I had time to take a breath and notice what was around me and really think about what I was doing. And that's when I came across Tara Mohr, Taramohr. And her book is Playing Big. I highly recommend it. In there is a visualization that changed my life. Ready? Because I want you to do it. Go to her website. I'm sure there's a link. You don't have to, but it is magical. So what you do is she leads you through this visualization where you're imagining the woman you want to be 10 years from now. 10 years from now. And I don't know if it was because it was set up 10 years from now, but somehow that gave me permission to imagine this woman that I wanted to be from the inside. I wasn't basing my ideas on what I was just talking about, those social expectations, my gender, my culture, religion. No, none of that played a role in this woman that I was creating, the woman I wanted to be 10 years from now. And as you're doing the visualization, she leads you into thinking about what she looks like physically. Her hair, how does she dress? What jewelry does she wear? What does she eat? What does she do during her free time? What books does she like to read? What music does she listen to? What are her relationships like? And by the end, you have this clear vision. I was excited. I was like, yes, I'm going to be this woman. She is so in line with who I am. Oh, wait a minute. She is who I am. And it's this like crazy wow moment, head trip that you go through, because it's like I realized for the first time who I really wanted to be. And I was 40 for the first time, who I really wanted to be. And so this is the challenge. This is the challenge, and this is where it gets hard. What you do then, once you have this vision, you write it all out, right? You're not going to remember everything. So have the visualization, and then you go and you write it out, everything you remember. And the key here is, from that day on, you live your life according to what she would do. So when you're faced with a decision, you ask yourself, what would this version of me do? What would she say? And that's what you do. And that's what you say. And you realize that your thoughts will become your behavior, like naturally. And your behavior leads to these experiences, all of which don't necessarily fit with who you are today. Renting that cottage did not fit with who I was in that moment. If I told my husband I wanted to rent a cottage today and be alone, he'd be like, yep, yeah, you do. Totally makes sense right now. Didn't make sense for me then. And that's what this visualization does. It allows you to become the person that you want to be, this authentic version of yourself. And what I loved most about it is it's not about doing this 180 and dropping who you are today and moving forward. Of course not. Come on. There are beautiful parts of yourself that you're going to keep and hold dear, that will carry with you. It's not dropping everything and everyone. It's this gradual release of who you are to become who you are meant to be. And that's the power, ladies. To live authentically, to tap into your gifts, to express your true version of yourself, you need to find her first. And you know where she is? Right here, inside, waiting for you to connect with her, waiting for you to claim space for her so that she could grow, and together, that energy, you become who you were meant to be. That's my wish. I hope this helped. You're beautiful. I believe in you, and I need you to believe in yourself. Peace, sisters.